Hey guys, it's Ade'Kamil. I'm back with another episode of Can't Get Enough. Oh shit, wrong show.
Hey guys, it's Ade'Kamil. I'm back with another episode of Growing Through My Pain. It's been a while, but I'm in a much better space, I guess, a much better creative space. The thing is, not that, not that I don't want to do it, it's just like I get into these cloudy creative spaces sometimes, and it kind of makes me just pause everything creatively. But this is episode 3, and I want this episode to be about I had the thought. Sometimes I get froggy. This episode is about birthday anxiety. I just turned 24. Woohoo! But leading up to my birthday, I had a lot of birthday anxiety, and it was a really dark place leading up to my birthday, as far as just being overwhelmed with so many emotions, so many thoughts, and so many just so many feelings. And here I am now about to just break down a lot of what I was feeling, and I'm also framing it in a way of asking you, what are some of your, if you experience birthday anxiety, what are some of the things that trigger it? For me, a lot of the thoughts that I get into around the time of my birthday initially are centered around my mom. This is literally my 24th birthday that I haven't got to share with her outside of the very day that I was born, 1995, December 4th. And it is hard. It's hard to continue to, grow and grow literally when you just always, feel like you're missing that piece, missing that rock. And it's, like I told you guys, I lost my mom at a young age. So those thoughts come up around my birthday because unfortunately, I was not able to spend one birthday with her, outside of, the day that I was born and a few months after. But I don't have any, memories of my mother, and to continue to age and to continue to grow without her is hard. It's not easy at all, in fact. And that's the immediate trigger for me as far as my birthday anxiety. Another is just like this societal standard of where I'm supposed to be right now. It's like society has outlined these roads to success, and everything must be so linear, and here I am, up, down, left, right, all over the place. And it's like, am I really where I am supposed to be? Because when I look at what society tells us, it says by 24, you have the full-time job, you have the college degree, you have, you start looking at your houses, you start family planning, you start doing all of these things. And it's like, well, I'm not aligned with any of that right now in my life. So, you fall victim to feel this need to meet society's standards, society's linear pathway to success. And for me, I had to realize that shit is just not for me. I tried it and it did not align. And spiritually, I rejected it. While I was still battling it physically, trying to do it, trying to make it work, it just never aligned with me spiritually up until the point where I just couldn't take it anymore. I had to accept that that is not my pathway. That is not what I am here for. And especially not right now. While I definitely learned lessons doing all of the societal, you know what they tell us to do and where we're supposed to be by each age of our lives, So doing that, like, I continue to get the same result. And if you're getting the same result, it's like, it's insanity. This is the quote. It's insanity to do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. So that's why I got into, building my own platform, having a podcast, having a website, just like, how can I get myself out there creatively? How can I do things that align with me that just feel right? And those are the ways that I had to deal with it. But definitely, the societal expectations plays a part into what I experience in my what I experience as far as my birthday anxiety. So it's my mom and society, and then I have my own standards, and I have my own. I have things that I want to be able to do. I have things that I want to look back and say, like, I did this and that, and it's hard to see. Sometimes it gets a bit cloudy. And in those moments of cloudiness, you start to look down on yourself. You start to doubt yourself. You start to question, am I really to be great? Am I really supposed to be here? And it's like, you're right where you're supposed to be. All things being connected, it means, like, where I'm at right now, even like those thoughts, like, I'm supposed to be there because I'm supposed to overcome it. And there's some things that are working that I can't see in this moment right now, that are working around me, that are gearing me up to be where I'm supposed to be. So even in those moments of like, damn, it's another year, I didn't do this and this and that, at the same time, I had to realize all the things that I did accomplish, all the ways that I did grow. And it took me having my birthday and then a little bit after the fact, and even this moment right now, to kind of shake that funk for real. But it's like it's some deep shit, and it's some, and I say that because it's like, who am I to say that I wasn't supposed to be great? Who am I to say that I'm not great right now? Who am I to say that greatness isn't working in my favor right now? Because, when I look at it, and this is like, I don't want to be like all over the place, but sometimes I ramble. You guys get me. But it's like, back to the point of like, oh man. Alright, so I definitely just had a huge ass brain fart, but it's okay. I was going to the point of I was trying to get back to the point of like the growth and realizing the year that I had in year 23 was a great year. It was such a great year. And it's like, the anxiety that led up to this new year being year 24 is like, I can't allow this anxiety, this birthday anxiety, to dismiss the greatness that was uncovered and that was developed, and the growth that happened in year 23, because I feel like I'm not where everyone else say I'm supposed to be. And back to just thinking on the year that I had in year 23, it's like, yo, I've grown so fucking much. Like, I am not the individual that I was when I was 22. And, it's such a proud feeling to say that, because I really, on the eve of, the birthday anxiety that I had 22 into 23, is much different this year, because I know where I was at when I was 22 turning 23, and I'm like, yo, I just gotta grow. I just want to grow. Like I don't know how it got to look. I don't want to put a face on it. I just want it to happen. Like, and that happened, and I got that, and I guess is why I was. It's a feel good after it. When you get into the pocket of anxiety, it can really be draining. It can really be downing, and I found myself in these low lows, at random times. But that's okay. Especially when you're growing. When you're growing, you just, in many ways, you accept it, you allow it to be, and then you move forward because you know that, the roots are coming up, it's starting to sprout and things like that because we're growing, we're really growing. Like, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, 23 was my year. 23 was my year. And it's a lot to expect in year 24, as far as continuing the foundation that I started to lay out too. And I think when you battle with birthday anxiety, it's more so like you gotta say, like, this is my line in the sand. And I kind of did that last year when I got out of it, and I gave it up in many ways. I said, you know what, I don't want to feel like this or this version of this. Like, next time if I do experience this, I want to be better. I want to feel better. I want to know that, I can shake it in a different way. And I can say for the most part, it has been that. It has been that because, like, you have to allow yourself in those pockets because you have to respect your feelings. You have to respect your emotions. At the same time, it's a lot more room to get out of the pockets now. It doesn't feel as suffocating as it once did before. And I think when you are in those pockets of suffering from a more suffocating version of birthday anxiety, just know that growth is on the way and that it is around the corner, and that, when you ask for something, the universe will reward you in the best way possible. It might not always look pretty to us. We may sometimes you have to be careful what you ask for because you're going to get it in the most raw fashion of it. And a lot of us aren't ready for that. So, like, when we ask for change, when we ask for things to get better, we will get exactly that. And sometimes we won't be able to handle it. And sometimes we might reject it because what we're asking for, usually what we ask for when we ask of something, is something new or something different or something outside of what we normally experience. And that can be intimidating, especially when we're used to what we're used to. So, yeah, that's my whole spiel on birthdays. Like, I'm sorry for the brain fart, but we're not stopping this. We're going. I'm going to edit this up and knock this out. I thank you guys for your support. I thank you guys for your love. It keeps me going and it keeps me growing. And that's the most important thing, is that we continue to grow together. And there is so many aspects in which we can do that. And that's the point of this, to grow as one, because all things are intertwined, and our greatness, our individual greatness, is intertwined with our collective greatness. So my greatness is your greatness, and your greatness is my greatness, and our greatness is our greatness. So, I hope this helps when I do these. The feedback is always great, but this is the end.